Well, I hope I don't have to keep showing the empty chair, because right now I'll begin by showing an empty chair. We asked the Samajwadi Party to join us. Ravidas Mehrotra of the Samajwadi Party was supposed to join us from Lucknow. He's still not joined us. That is the empty chair of the Samajwadi Party. Gaurav Bhatia will join us in about 20 minutes. I hope he joins us as well. Okay. Now, Maulana Maqsood Ul Hasan Kazmi is chairman of the Imam Council of India, Nirmala Sitharaman of the BJP, Abid Rasul Khan of the Congress, Maruf Raza, my colleague and strategic affairs expert of Times Now, is joining me here in the studios in Mumbai. And I think this is a great opportunity for the Muslim community. Maulana Maqsood Ul Hasan Kazmi, chairman of the Imam Council of India, my first question to you is this, that I think it is a great opportunity for the Muslim community to step forward and say that Azam Khan must be thrown out of politics for saying something like that. I am sure you today, as the leader of the Muslim community, will not use some wishy-washy argument to justify what Azam Khan has said. This is your opportunity as a leader of the Muslim community to step forward and say that we condemn what Azam Khan has done and he should be thrown out not just of the Samajwadi Party but out of Indian politics and certainly this election. Maulana, it's over to you first.
Arnab Goswami, thank you very much. You are one of the most acknowledged journalists of India. Being proud and very committed Indian Muslims, I, on the behalf of Indians Imam Council of India, by my heart, condemn and deplore the statement of Muhammad Azam Khan on Kargil war. He said the Kargil war was won by Muslims. Instead, it was won by Indian army, irrespective of religion, caste and creed. Second, it is up to Mulayam Singh Yadav to dismiss him or not. But so far as the second line of his statement is concerned,
there is
the role of Muslim communities. Arnab, please give me.
Don't do this. Don't do this.
Give me, please give me. Arnab, give me.
I have great regard for you. Don't do this. Don't do this. I'm telling you, don't do this. Just focus on the subject. Don't do this. Don't focus.
The role of Muslim community to the contribution in Indian army, it is questionable. My question to you is that there is Rajputana rifles, there is Jat
Come on now.
There is Sikh regiment, there is Gorkha regiment, but why not is there Khan regiment? Pathan regiment, why not?
I'll answer. No, 1 second. First of all, I'll tell you.
We Muslim also long to serve in the army. We also long strive to be martyrs. We also want to give our life.
Don't do this, Maulana Maqsood Al Kazmi. Don't force me to stop you.
We also want to fight with Pakistan. But we have not been given enough opportunities.
No. Now I'll tell you one thing. I'll tell you what.
Rifles.
You don't. Now you see, Maulana Maqsood Ul Hasan Kazmi. Maulana Kazmi, 1 minute.
Opportunity. This is question.
Now, Maulana Kazmi, you listen to me just for a minute.
And why is corruption in the army?
Now, can I just speak for a minute? Can I speak for a minute?
On the border in Pakistan.
Now, come on, Maulana.
Why infiltration takes place?
Maulana
Who is responsible for that?
Maulana Kazmi, just a minute. You are completely off the track. Now, please listen to me for a minute. You please listen to me for a minute. Please. Just for 1 minute, okay? And where is that empty chair? That empty chair is of the Samajwadi Party. I hope Gaurav Bhatia comes on the debate later, but as of now, they have boycotted the debate quite clearly. The question is this. You need a lesson in history. Maulana, if you knew history, you would take the 1971 war. You know, Field Marshal Sam Manekshaw of Parsi was the army chief. Okay? Lieutenant General Jagjit Singh Arora, I think. A Sikh was the GOC of the Eastern Command. Lieutenant General JFR Jacob, a Jew, if I am not mistaken, was Chief of Staff of the Army's Eastern Command. Lieutenant General Gopal Gurunath Beur, a Hindu, was heading the Southern Command. Did these religious denominations really matter in what was an Indian victory? Did it matter? When these distinguished generals never wore their religion on their sleeve. And if you are a proud Muslim, then so is Maruf Raza, and not just is he a proud Muslim, but he has also he served in the Indian Army. 1 minute. He wants to correct you at this point when you are making that brazen attempt to try and in a way justify what Azam Khan said. Maruf, would you like to correct Maulana? Maulana Kazmi.
Medal and promotion.
1 minute.
Maulana Sahab, please hear me out. Let me put you in context and a perspective on history. The Indian Army's regimental system is something that the Indian Army has inherited from the British. And the British regimental system was such that the regiments were given names based on the areas from which troops were recruited. At partition, 34% of the army, which had Muslim troops in virtually 90% or more denomination, were forced or otherwise chose to go to Pakistan. What the Indian Army inherited at partition was an army with regiments, none of which had names like Khan Regiment or whatever you are suggesting.
Yes.
In fact, the Pakistan Army, which is 100... Please listen, sir, please listen to me. The Pakistan Army, sir, hear me out. The Pakistan Army, which has 100% Muslims, doesn't have a Khan Regiment but a Punjab Regiment. It doesn't have an Ali Regiment but a Baluch Regiment. It doesn't have a Hussain Regiment but a Frontier Force Regiment. Please understand how the army works.
Jat regiment.
Don't.
Like Jat.
This is because it is the soldier, Maulana Sahab, the soldier doesn't fight for his religion.
Yes.
He fights for his naam and nishan. He fights for his country. He will die for his country. The Indian Army has had the grace to give the highest honor in the 65 war to Abdul Hamid with a Paramveer Chakra. It did not give a Hindu a Paramveer Chakra. In 65 war, it gave a Parsi a Paramveer Chakra, but it did not give a Hindu a Paramveer Chakra. A Hindu colonel of the Indian Army, later Lieutenant General Ved Eri, recommended a Pakistani commanding officer, Lieutenant Colonel Muhammad Akram Raza of 35 Frontier Force for Pakistan's Paramveer Chakra, and Pakistan gave him a Hilalul Zurrat. So please understand, religion plays no role for the army and it is inconsequential. You fight for your country, you fight for your commander, you fight to accomplish your aim. If you don't get it right, you are in the wrong profession.
And I say this very strongly here today, and I show that empty chair because it appears to me that Ravidas Mehrotra has run away from the Times Now debate.
Jat regiment, Gorkha regiment.
सर, आप समझ नहीं रहे हैं मौलाना साहब, ये सब regiments जो हैं, they are fighting because they have, do you know the Grenadiers Regiment and the Rajputana Rifle Regiment have Muslim companies with Maulanas like you fully employed by the army as subedars who are allowed to run a masjid, and the commanding officer keeps roza with his men out there. Do you know that? You don't know it, so please don't make wrong assertions.
We are proud.
Yes, we are proud, but you're getting the wrong end of the stick. All regiments raised by the Indian Army, since independence have been mixed composition. The guards, the mechanized infantry, artillery regiments, the cavalry regiments, they do not give religion importance.
Our heart die, we pain.
Do you feel sad that you don't have a Khan regiment
on the border?
What kind of an Indian are you, Maulana Sahab, that you feel sad that you don't have a Khan regiment? Tomorrow you'll turn around and say you feel sad because you don't have a Muslim prime minister? Is that what makes you a good Indian?
No. What is this? Yeah,
and the perfect rejoinder, for people like you, Maulana, just a minute. Maulana, 1 minute. I have, 1 second. I have great, 1 minute. Maulana, let me tell you. Listen sometime. Listen, no, 1 second. By the way, calm down. I need to go to the others as well. I'll tell you.
All of the sudden,
Maulana.
Bharatiya Janata Party share dies with Narendra Modi.
I'll tell you what.
Is it not a reflection of some people of what kind mindset these people have in army? Some people,
What?
What about the Colonel Purohit?
You know, I'll tell you what, Maulana,
Sir,
first of all, I'll have
First of all, you're mixing up
that-
issues.
That is what-
Now, Maulana, reduce the volume. No, Maulana, I have great
What I
respect,
am
but if you don't let
finding-
others speak,
my
I will
point
have
is
to,
that
you please let others speak, otherwise I'll have to reduce the volume. 1 second, listen to me, please.
For reform.
1 second, Maulana Kazmi, you please let the others also speak. Need to let the others speak, please. And I'll only say one thing. Politicians and their political chamchas should keep their communal noses out of the Indian army. I hope I'm being blunt enough.
Absolutely.
Because politicians and their political chamchas should keep their communal noses, all those politicians who are communal, keep your communal noses out of the army. Now you said some things to the BJP, I don't even want to go in that direction. Don't mix up Colonel Purohit and all in this case. You just listen to Lieutenant General Zamiruddin Shah, I think in Nasiruddin Shah's brother, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
Lieutenant General Zamiruddin Shah, former Vice Chief of Army Staff, one of India's best officers, most respected. He says, I joined the army and I'm very proud to say it is a first-rate secular organization which gives you your due. I commanded a division, I commanded a corps which was looking after the whole Northeast at a time when we were facing with insurgencies. Lieutenant General J.F.R. Jacob, one of the heroes of the 1971 war, says, the only place I encountered anti-Semitism was from the British in their army. Among Indians, it does not exist. And therefore, today I'm making this appeal. I think everyone watching tonight should exercise some way in which they can express their voice. You know, you have the hashtag, you can come and put the pressure. Throw this man out. But look at the Congress party. Just look at the Congress party, which says absolutely nothing beyond the fact that we condemn it. They want this whole issue to move on. They want the issue to move on. So I just want to get the Congress and BJP into the debate because it appears to me that the politicians and the political class of this country is almost having to be goaded to do something about Azam Khan. Why? What happened, Abid Rasool? What happened? Because you need his help after the elections, you'll remain quiet now.
I would like to, let me come to you. First of all, I would like to take strong objection to your statement that we are keeping quiet and we are...
well, of course you are. You are making perfunctory noises and no more.
Let me complete.
Do you want Mulayam Singh Yadav to throw Azam Khan out of the party? Do you want Azam Khan out of the political, out of the elections?
Let me complete it.
No, do you want Azam Khan out of the elections?
Half a minute or give me a minute, nothing more than that.
No, but I'm asking you a question.
I'm telling you, we strongly condemn Azam Khan's statement. Our party was the first party to file a complaint with Election Commission against him. Based on the complaint, Election Commission has issued a notice. I totally endorse Mr. Maruf Raza's statement.
A notice? No, 1 minute. Maruf does not need endorsement.
I would like to add...
Maruf's views are endorsed by the whole country.
I would like to add that Indian Army and Indian Armed Forces are the most
you're making a prepared
speech on this country. I have as a student visited the cantonments and seen that the temple, mosque, church and Gurudwara exist together without any problem. This is an example for the country and I strongly condemn
then I'll ask you one thing.
Azam Khan's statement to divide the army.
Yeah, then I'll ask
endorse Mr. Maruf Raza's statement.
Abid Rasool, if that is the case, then why did the UPA government try to order a religion-based survey of the Indian Army in 2006 before backing out in 2007 following public outrage?
No,
1 minute, please. No, 1 minute.
Question.
Is it true or not? Is it true or not?
Yes, I am coming to that. I am not aware of any survey, but if a survey has been done, it is for the reservation and proper representation of all communities in the army.
You want reservations?
I would like to put a counter
1 second. You want reservations?
I would like to put a counter.
Please keep the army out of your caste-based and communal politics.
It is out. I am not saying that. It is representation, not reservation. Let me complete it.
Sir,
1 minute. No, Abid Rasool, just a minute.
Abid Saab, with respect. A soldier is chosen for his ability to make the ultimate sacrifice and put his life on the line if required.
Exactly. I agree with you.
For that, he can be a Muslim, Hindu, Jat, Sikh, Dogra, Parsi, whatever. But his implicit obedience to the idea of India, what our founding fathers wanted India to be, is what makes the army different. And unfortunately, political parties and political groups that thrive on strife and creating sectarian divide have tried from time to time to divide the armed forces. I'm not pointing fingers at any one party, but I can give you that UP is notorious for using religious sentiments to create strife among communities. So I'm not surprised by what Azam Khan says.
Yeah, but the
what
fact
I
is,
am surprised by his ability to make such brazen statements without checking his facts.
Why
not
does
not a single military commander that ensured victory in battle in Kargil was a Muslim.
I have told
not a single, but Muslim troops were willingly dying whenever required, simply because that commander inspired the idea of India.
No, I'll tell you, Azam Khan's comments are an insult to Captain Vijayan Thapar. They are an insult to Captain Vikram Batra. And I'm telling you, they are a greatest insult to Captain Hanifuddin, who was killed on the Turtuk range on June 8th.
And was given a Veer Chakra.
And you know what his mother said, who was given a one of the highest. One second, you know what his mother said? No, 1 second. Abid Rasool, let me please complete what I'm saying. His mother said, as a soldier, Hanif served his country with pride and dedication. There cannot be a greater statement on his valor than his death, which came in fighting the enemy. Today, Captain Hanifuddin, Captain Vikram Batra, Captain Vijayan Thapar, Captain Anuj Nair, Captain Sumitra, everybody has been insulted by this man, but you can't do anything. Has Rahul Gandhi said anything on this? Has Sonia Gandhi said anything on this? Have Rahul Gandhi and Sonia Gandhi said that people like Azam Khan should not be in politics?
Yes.
And why have they not said? What have they said? What has Rahul Gandhi said? Tell me.
They don't need to say. Our party
There's no need to say. Fine. There's no need to say. Nirmala Sitharaman.
Commission. I on your channel is strongly condemning it.
Nirmala Sitharaman, the Congress says there is no need for Rahul Gandhi and Sonia Gandhi to come out on this.
Made to divide the country on religious lines.
And people like you who encourage it tacitly by saying your top leaders don't need to speak. Nirmala Sitharaman.
The morale of the Indian Army has been touched in a very sensitive and senseless way today by this person who, in fact, let us remember, used the police force to find the lost buffaloes in his house. He has remained unaccountable. He has remained unanswerable. And the alliance partner of the Samajwadi, the Congress party, as you rightly pointed out, also went to the extent of doing a census, when the census is already collected by the Indian Census Department based on religion. But you didn't have to do that for the armed forces. And above all, Azam Khan is also the one who was caught in the camera even as the Muzaffarnagar communal violence was going on, giving instruction to police to, not to do anything when the whole violence was spreading. You have a completely powerful man sitting in Uttar Pradesh, giving instructions and remaining out of the pale of accountability. And the Samajwadi Party leadership has not got the courage to question him, and therefore even the Congress party thinks, oh, it's not my job, let anybody do it. What worries me, because post-election you do not know what is going to happen.
You are putting accusation on Congress. I would like to tell you, the biggest dissatisfaction in the army is General VK Singh trying to fudge his own date of birth certificate and then getting indicted by the Supreme Court. And it is your party who inducts him into the Janata Party with all the respect. It is your party who honors the persons who have been involved in Muzaffarnagar riots.
No, why can't you? No, 1 second. Abid Rasool, just a minute. No, 1 minute. Abid Rasool, just a minute. Abid Rasool, please stop. 1 minute. Please stop. Please stop for a minute. Abid Rasool, stop for a minute. I'm requesting you. I am requesting you. Now we have a choice, Abid Rasool, right? We have a choice. By the way, I'll tell you, to be fair, Nirmala Sitharaman heard you and you're not hearing her, so that's not fair. But in any case, Nirmala, I am now coming in. I'm going to come back to you. I have one question.
Just one line more.
Okay, fine. Complete your point.
With all this happening in Uttar Pradesh, and with the Supreme Court, when it spoke about that Muzaffarnagar communal violence, it indicted the Samajwadi Party government. What has happened to that government after that? They are remaining as though nothing is, touched them. They don't seem to be accountable, nor is the Congress party, which otherwise sends advisories, questions, pulls up state government when there is an issue of law and order. doesn't even have the courage to stand up to what is happening in Uttar Pradesh. And that's where Mr. Rasul Khan should be worried.
No, Maruf.
It's not a question of feeling really perturbed, sir.
How many
And
indictions
it's not a question
in
of
Gujarat?
shouting
In
down
Gujarat,
your
all the
opponent.
cases were
It's
transferred.
not a
No,
question of
one second,
shouting
one
down
minute,
your opponent.
one minute.
You need to
Let's not digress between this. I think we are digressing. Maruf, are we digressing here? I clearly get a feeling that we are digressing here. We are making a standard political debate, which this is not. No, 1 second. Maulana, 1 minute.
I am in agreement what you say.
What has been said today is
you
an
are
outright
correct.
shame. All of us in
Arnab,
the country
you are
will have
very
to
correct.
distance from
My
this
question
and
to
ask the
these
Samajwadi
people
Party
is
to
that
take a strong
when the
step in this
coffin
matter.
of our souls are our soul, when the people like Prashant Bhushan advocate for the abolishment of SPA, why our tune cool down? Why don't we go in the same harsh word like we do right now?
No, Maulana, I'm sorry, it doesn't make sense what you're digressing. The question is simply this. I wanted...
No.
Maruf, one second. Maruf, let's go back to the debate. The issue here is... 1 minute. 1 minute, sir. Allow me. There is a man... No, Maulana, 1 minute. There is a man called Azam Khan. Now, if you make it a standard political debate, you know what will happen? This man will get away. And this is his picture in case you don't know him. No, 1 second. Let me tell our viewers something about Azam Khan. He's a habitual offender. He has a problem.
Absolutely.
He's a habitual offender. Keeps calling this, he says sometime back, he says Modi is a butcher, Darinda, etc., etc. Then he says, keep the fire of revenge aflame in your heart. Keep the fire of revenge aflame in your heart. He goes around making one inflammatory comment after another, and the Samajwadi Party watches in silence. He has even said earlier, he has called an earthquake God's sense of justice for what happened in 2002. He has made all kinds of comments and he just gets away. My question to the viewers is it time for the 100 million young voters and all the other voters in this country to say, this man cannot be allowed to participate in our election? He now says that no Hindu soldier, only Muslim soldiers chanting Allahu Akbar clinched the hills of Kargil for India. It's a clear attempt. It's a clear attempt to misrepresent facts, to try and divide the army, and hopefully he thinks some fanatics are going to vote for him as a result. I think even the Muslim community will reject this man. But I asked Abid Rasul a question, Maruf, which he clearly cannot answer. I said, come on, Mr. Abid Rasul, your leader, come on and say that this man should be out of our election. He should be out of, don't give me the standard, we condemn it, we are not happy, this is not good, the Mulayam Singh Yadav can decide, election commission will. You should make an unequivocal comment on an issue such as this. What is holding them back in your view, Maruf?
Arnab, I think, you see, they are too preoccupied in trying to win their election to bother to do their homework, whichever party it is. There is a very clear act of the government of India, which is incitement of disaffection of forces, under which people like Azam Khan can be charged and penalized. And we need to move on that front. One of the political parties which is thumping their chest today in favor of India's secular belief and credentials, I'm giving you a lead. This is the line you need to take, and you will find enough reason to put this man out of business. But more importantly, I want to address another issue that keeps coming up again and again. Let me try and put it in perspective, the troop levels that fought in Kargil. At no place were Muslim troops fighting as a complete entity in Kargil. Wherever they were fighting, and there are some regiments of the army, the Rajputana Rifle, the Grenadiers, and some cavalry and artillery units which have some substantial proportion of Muslim troops, but they're always led by officers who have got the commission by the pleasure of the President of India. And the President of India gives you his commission based on your ability to successfully pass all the requirements of the military academy and lead men into battle. It has nothing to do, and I repeat, nothing to do with your religious denomination. The army abhors it. The army does not discuss political affiliations. If somebody is talking about it, his superior is required to ask him to shut up. And he is only meant to be sensitive to the religious requirements of his men, without using religion like Pakistan Army does, and as a principle of war to motivate people to go and die against India.
No, but the Congress Party lacks the courage to even say a word here. Because you're hedging your bets. For you, it's all about politics, isn't it? You know you're going to be down to perhaps your lowest ever numbers. One minute, let me complete. Let me remind you of what? Let me remind you. I want to put all the facts. Please, you can condemn me as much as you want. 1 second, Mr. Abid Rasool. You know what the Samajwadi Party has said? The Samajwadi Party has compared Azam Khan to the martyrs, and he has said Azam Khan's sacrifices are not any lesser, especially in saving democracy. So what the Samajwadi Party has done is that this is the biggest ever slap that the party has rendered on the people of India. It has compared Azam Khan's sacrifices in saving Indian democracy to the martyrdom of 527 Indian soldiers in Kargil. And yet, Abid Rasool, yet, you, because you hope tomorrow you clutch on to the Samajwadi Party, you have half a chance in UP and maybe quarter of a chance nationally. You can't even say, look at how helpless you are today, Abid Rasool. That you can't even say that we want Azam Khan out of this campaign because you think you don't have your party's permission to do so. Because you think you will lose the vote of some fanatics if you do so. So you are hedging your bets, you're being careful. You don't care today, Abid Rasool, about whether your inaction itself speaks volumes for the position and compromises that your party is making. You don't pretty much care.
Can I answer?
And that empty chair, which has not been occupied by Ravidas Mehrotra of the Samajwadi Party, is proof. Gaurav Bhatia will come now, but Ravidas Mehrotra boycotted the debate. Now, come on, Abid Rasool, here's one opportunity. I give you 6 more minutes in the debate. Say it.
Yeah.
That you want Azam Khan out of the campaign. You want Azam Khan out of this election. Say it. Say it.
Yeah. Let me answer
Say
it. First of all, I would like to say with deep regret that
Say
you are being biased against Congress and you are putting words into my mouth.
Say it. I am not. I am requesting you to say it. I am requesting you to say it.
You are being biased against Congress.
Fine. I am equally biased against all parties when necessary. Today you say it.
I have started my address. I have started my address saying we strongly condemn.
Condemn? No, you want him out of politics. Say it.
If law is not in my hand to take him out and throw him, the law will take its decision, and election commission will take a decision. Now you are trying to show that
the election commission has also got to take a decision on.
Would like to say that we are not supporting anything which is communal. Whether it be Azam
go
Khan,
running to the election commission. You go running to the election commission when others speak. But look how you are. Look how weak.
Patronized by a party.
Look how weak you are being today on this. Nirmala Sitharaman.
Nirmala Sitharaman is responding. There are people who are trying to communalize this, and we are against all of them. We are against all of them. Not only Azam Khan, we are against
what about Muslim League in Kerala, sir, with whom you are in alliance?
We are against Swami Adhyanath. We are against Ramdev. We are against all of them. And we want a fair and secular election.
Gaurav Bhatia.
What about the Muslim League in Kerala?
Gaurav Bhatia finally joins the debate. Gaurav Bhatia finally joins the relevant debate of the day.
Accused in the riots.
Now, Gaurav Bhatia, thank you. Your previous.
What about the Muslim League?
Anyway,
with whom you are in alliance?
Before.
I just noticed you were showing an empty chair.
Yes, I was.
What about Sonia Gandhi going to the Shahi Imam?
Just so that the viewers are aware, you should inform them.
Sonia Gandhi did not go to Shahi Imam. Shahi Imam came and
accept your request. It's not that we were shying away from debating.
No.
But now I have come.
No, 1 minute. Now let me say one thing in response. Let me say one thing in response to you, because you can't have your way alone. The fact of the matter is, I want you to say today.
No, not at all.
No, I want you to say on national television that Arnab said that the Samajwadi Party has boycotted the debate because.
We are not shying away from the debate.
Because is it?
Arnab, you showed an
yes, I did.
chair. When I told you I'll be joining at 9:30 only because.
Yes, because you know what, Gaurav? 1 second. Let's not quibble over the empty chair. Pick up the phone right now and call your party colleague Ravidas Mehrotra. Please let me complete. Ask Ravidas Mehrotra. Ask Ravidas Mehrotra whether he chickened out of the debate. Ask him. Ask him.
You could have said that I am joining at 9:30. And
I said that you were joining, but the Samajwadi Party boycotted the first part of the debate. Your representative chickened out of the debate. I'm repeating it before you.
I had committed.
No. Come on now. It's not about you, Gaurav. Anyway, my question to you is: everyone wants Azam Khan out. Now I know that Mulayam Singh Yadav depends on him, Akhilesh latches on to him. I know that some people say he's the de facto chief minister, but I don't care who he is. He's trying to communalize our army. We want him out of politics. We want him out of the campaign. And instead of doing that, your party actually compares his sacrifices to that of the martyrs by saying Azam's sacrifices are not any lesser, especially in saving democracy. You think that for your politics, you'll go around day after day just simply going ahead insulting all our dead soldiers. Day after day after day, you think that this is some kind of election canvassing. You have reduced this election to an absolute joke. What is more outrageous are that these comments are coming from a person who is part of a country, part of a party which is led by the former Defence Minister of India. Mulayam Singh Yadav was Defence Minister of India in between 1996 and 1998. Does he not know the secular tradition? That his comments have come on the same day that the Indian Army lost a junior commissioned officer and 2 policemen in an encounter with terrorists in Kupwara and Kashmir. What should we tell those martyrs? That, in our country we have shameless politicians like Azam Khan who will keep dividing our army and use your martyrdom for vote gathering and will do nothing. And a person like Gaurav Bhatia, who I thought was sensible, will come ahead and try to put a weak defense. Today you apologize and you say that I hope you have a mandate to say we're going to throw him out. And I'm telling viewers,
now,
they are speaking on this subject on the hashtag army versus army above politics.
A number of questions. Allow me to now reply, please.
No, when are you sacking him?
See, if you want leading questions, I cannot answer the way you want me
What's
to answer
leading
your
about
questions.
it?
I'll answer your question, that is for sure.
No, don't give me the same
Now,
prepared
first of
speech
all,
of yesterday.
I would like to tell you, if you say that a principle of sacking should be applied for any SP leader, then you should also have the same kind of campaign for Mr. Amit Shah.
There you are.
Mr.
We are back to the
Narendra
debate of
Modi,
yesterday.
And Imran Masood, Mr.
Yes.
Beni Prasad
Yes,
Verma,
we said it.
and
Yes, we have
every
said
other
it.
person
Yes, we
who
have
is
about all these leaders. We have about
No,
all
you've
these
not-
leaders. But
you've
tonight
not
I am out.
had
No,
discussion.
tonight, if you want
So
to,
wait.
if you want to duck this, like I think you like to
And
duck.
now-
If you want to duck this
now
by
I'm
raising
not
one
ducking
issue
now.
versus the other, I'm not going to let you do that.
Today,
I want you to
Arnab,
focus
please,
only on the issue of the Indian
if
Army.
you talk
I only want to.
I will not
I
be
only
able
want
to
to talk
reply.
about Azam Khan. Deal with the subject.
If you talk continuously, I'll not be able to reply.
No, but deal with the subject. Don't run away from it. Deal with it.
I want to reply.
Deal with it. Don't run
I'm
away
not
from
running
it.
away. Now you listen to the reply. I am not. See, yesterday on your program also, I had mentioned something, and today in an interview when Mr. Akhilesh Yadav was asked this question, he clearly replied that army is one institution that should not be divided on religious or...
But that's what Azam Khan has done.
And he said that we...
But that's what
recognize-
Azam Khan has done. Don't repeat
Now,
the obvious.
please, will you
Don't
listen to
repeat
me?
the obvious.
Will you
I know
listen
all
to
that.
me?
You don't need to tell me that.
I am
I'm
not
asking you
repeating
what
the
action you are
obvious.
taking against him.
This-
Do you
this-
believe?
this
Simple.
reply-
Now,
this
one second,
reply
Gaurav.
came today.
Gaurav, 1 minute, please. Gaurav, 1 minute. Just
Now,
a minute.
can
Let's
you-
decide on
if you
something.
would
Let's
continue like
decide on
this-
something. Let's
if you
decide
would
on something.
continue like
No,
this,
I'll
think
tell you.
I will not
I'll
be
tell
able
you.
to answer your question.
No, I'm going to ask you one thing. Are you
Well,
going to
you
answer
first
my
listen to me.
questions? Are you
No,
going to
please.
answer my questions? I have one
Arnab,
question.
This is unfair. Let me say this. It is unfair.
Okay, it is
when
unfair.
you don't allow a panelist to speak,
Yeah,
how can I even answer your
You are
question?
the second person today who has said I am unfair. First, Abid Rasool said I am biased. Today you are saying I am unfair. I am
That's
telling
okay.
you.
I don't know what Mr.
I am
Abid
telling
said.
you. I am
But
telling you.
You are taking more time than the panelist
Yes,
himself.
because
You are taking
I'll
more time
tell
than
you,
the panelist.
Gaurav, because Gaurav, I
this
give
is
you
not
one
done.
chance.
I
I
said
am
this
going
is
to
not
bring
done.
you back to the subject.
Yes.
I am going to bring you back, and please listen to my question.
Yeah.
One question,
You
and then
don't
I'll
need
listen to the answer.
I'm
But
on
let's
the
have a
subject.
now 1 minute, Gaurav.
I'm on the subject. I will tell you.
You don't even listen to the question, Gaurav. Please listen to the question. 1 second, please.
You asked me a 2-minute question.
30-second question. Pull out your watch and
I
time
wish
me.
to reply.
Now my question is this. My question
You
is
would
this.
not even give me 10 seconds.
Do
to
you
reply.
believe that Azam Khan has violated the model code of conduct? Simple. That was less than 10 seconds. Answer that.
Mr. Arnab Goswami, I wish to reiterate that a constitutional body, the Election Commission of India, has taken cognizance and is the competent body to decide, not Times Now and not me. Please understand.
Do
that.
you
And
believe
let
he
us
has?
faith
Do
in our
you believe he has violated the model code of conduct? I repeat.
Faith in our constitutional institutions.
Do you
I am
believe?
repeating. Election Commission of India has taken cognizance. So I think times now, and even myself, we should not be, interpreting and leave
Rubbish.
it to the constitutional body.
Come on, Maruf, you want to respond to? I see. This is exactly what is exasperating about your position, Maruf. I think.
Mr. Gaurav, let me just sort of put it in perspective, the debate that's happened up till now. The first and most important thing, I think you can't hear me.
No. Can you hear me one second? Gaurav. Yes.
Yeah, I'm trying. The audio link is really bad, but
No, please. No, the audio link is perfect. Maruf, respond.
Let me sort of throw a little clarity on this.
I can't hear Mr. Maru.
How can you not hear him?
Okay, let me throw a little clarity. I don't know if you can hear me. Mr. Gaurav, the first point is that martyrdom has no religion.
Go ahead, I'm hearing him on the television.
Martyrdom, I repeat, martyrdom has no religion. A soldier dies for his country, for his commanders, and for his regiment's izzat. He doesn't die for his community and his biradri. So please understand that. I think for too long, politicians in UP in particular have decided that religion could be a factor by which they could motivate crowds to look at them. Apart from the fact, as one editorial in a paper recently wrote, that as long as you say something bizarre and absurd, you get the spotlight that media is looking for. And perhaps if Azam Khan is doing that, he doesn't know that he's walking into a trap, because the act of the parliament, which is about incitement of disaffection of the armed forces, can actually be used by any sensible individual to put him in the dock, and which will then be a severe blow to your party. Now, my question to you, sir, is a simple one. Can you give me names of officers and men who had done exceptional acts of valor, or even some statistics to prove that whole hordes of Muslim soldiers went on capturing peak after peak in Kargil?
Obviously, we can't. It's not
because the history that we all know, and it is recorded by at least.
I heard you, Mr. Maru.
Sir, just hear me out. Just hear me out. My last point. All the important achievements in the Kargil conflict, where the tide was turned in India's favor, I am proud to say, captured by Indian troops.
Yes.
And they were not
Hindus, Muslims, or any religion.
But they were troops of the Indian Army, and they were troops of regiments like the Grenadiers, the Sikh Regiment, the Gurkhas, the Jammu Kashmir Rifles, the Jammu Kashmir Light Infantry, the Rajputana Rifle, the Jat Regiment, and the Regiment of Artillery, which did a splendid job. And in none of them, religion matters at all.
Absolutely.
If Mr. Azam Khan doesn't do that, the first thing he should do is get hold of a good book on Kargil and read it and come back to debate with me. And I will take him on para, chapter and verse and put him in perspective.
And the question therefore is, 2 minutes to the debate, you did not file an FIR. One second, Nirmala wants to come back. Nirmala has a counter. Nirmala also, come in. Yes.
Powerful, very powerful presentation by Maruf Raza, and the question asked is very pertinent. Let me extend a little political mileage out of that, essentially to ask Gaurav Bhatia, does Samajwadi Party and its leader, former Defence Minister Sri Mulayam Singh Yadav, approve of what Azam Khan has said? If they have not approved, leave the Election Commission, it will take its own action. But if the Samajwadi Party and the former Defence Minister, Mr. Mulayam Singh, does not approve of it, what action are you going to take on Azam Khan for having brought in religion into our Indian Army?
Mrs. Nirmala Sitharaman, I've heard your question. I would like to also ask you, what is Mr. Narendra Modi's stand on Mr. Amit Shah's statement that take revenge? Is he standing with him, or will he sack Mr. Amit Shah? What is his stand on Mr.
Your man has spoken about the Indian Army. First answer that.
Mr. Subramaniam Swamy says, throw out the minorities. What is Mr. Narendra Modi's stand on this
You
issue?
talk
Can
about
you please
army,
enlighten
sir.
us? So Mr.
We'll talk
Arnab
about all
Goswami,
this.
Mr. Arnab Goswami can ask me a question. Mr. Maroof can comment, but not you. Not the BJP.
Okay,
which
so
has
I'll ask
been
you.
spreading
So I'll
hatred
ask
in
you.
the state of UP.
So I'll ask you.
So please,
Okay.
I
Nirmala
can
Sitharaman
speak
ji,
about all
do
that.
not ask me these
You've
questions.
come to speak
When
about
your
Azam Khan.
entire conduct has been to incite communal violence. You have been the perpetrators of crime
Talk
in
about the
Muzaffarnagar,
Indian Army
and you are
statement.
asking me the question.
I give one opportunity
why don't you talk about
and
What
1 minute,
about
1
Mr.
minute.
Narendra
Therefore, I'm happy.
Please,
I am happy.
I would like to respond to what Mr.
No, 1
Maroof
second.
said.
No, we have limited
I
time. You'll
would
respond
like
to
to-
me now. 1 second. You'll respond to me. So, you know what?
You're running
Mr.
away
Maroof
from
said
answering.
something.
No,
and I think
Gaurav,
you
no
have to
time
say
for
the same thing.
speeches.
So
I'm
let
running.
me just respond to it.
Gaurav, I'm running short of time. No, you need to answer very. Let's just 1 minute left. We'll use it well. Short questions, short answers. You can even answer in monosyllables if you want. But just keep your answers very short and pointed. I'll keep my questions very short and pointed. My first question to you is, did you consider filing an FIR? Did your government consider filing an FIR against a person who was trying to incite people on communal lines using the army?
Arnab, the elections are on. The Election Commission of India has control and superintendence over the...
So you can't file FIRs
Please
against people who
understand that.
carry out
Election
communal
Commission-
speeches. Fine.
Election
Second question.
Commission of India has taken...
Second question. Second question. I'm very happy you will pass it. People will see. Question number 2. Do you believe, I'm not asking you Election Commission, do you believe, right? Like you believe Amit Shah violated the Model Code of Conduct. Do you believe Azam Khan violated the Model Code of Conduct?
Arnab, I have already answered your question.
Okay.
You asked me what is the stand of the party.
Okay.
I told you what Mr. Akhilesh
And the
Yadav
last-
has said. I think that answers your question. You still
And
want
the
to
last-
ask me again and again
and
the
the
same
last-
question
and the last
when Election
question-
Commission is seized with the matter.
The last question
And
to which
one
the
more
answer
thing I
is
would like to
clear,
ask you.
and I will answer
Please
it
listen to me.
myself. Did your leader Mulayam Singh Yadav make a single
Arnab,
comment?
please.
And your party's chief minister, 1 second, your chief minister of Uttar Pradesh, who I'm told went to a military school between 1983 and 1990, check your facts, he went to the Dholpur military school. A person who went to a military
I
school
know the facts,
should have been the
Arnab,
first to speak
I
out on
think
this
you are
subject. He has
ignoring
not
what
said a
Mr.
word.
Akhilesh Yadav said today. Why
Under
are you
his
not
nose
giving
this
it
is happening.
the weightage it deserves. The
Okay,
Chief
Gaurav.
Minister of the state makes a statement
I put this
that we
to the
wholeheartedly
viewers.
esteem, and we will not let it
I think the answer, I've got the answers there. This question is now in the
take cognizance of that.
This question is now in the domain of our viewers. The hashtag is army over politics, above politics. I'll tell you one thing, Gaurav. We are not going to let go of this development till your party brings Azam Khan to justice. Thank you very much.